Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into our resale shop. My name's Will. This is Carter's Retro Quest, where my fiance and I, Amy, and our couple of our kids, Chrislyn and Maddie, buy stuff cheap, resell it online on eBay most of the time. For profit, hopefully.
We'll make millions!
But it's been a couple weeks since I've been recording. The girls have been sick with strep throat. I caught a cold finally. Lost my voice for like a week. So I couldn't do any recording, but I feel great today. So we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about drop shippers. I don't like being negative, but we're going to talk about a drop shipper who tried to pull one over on us. So we'll get into that in a minute. I don't have anything cool to talk about to resale wise. As far as what sold, it has been super slow here in the shop. It's February. Well, now it's the 1st of March, but we've sold stuff, but it has been slow. We're down about 20% compared to last year. January was down, I believe, about 15%, something like that. So not as good as last year, but we're chugging along. We'll make it till yard sale season starts. And get some better inventory in here, and we'll get some better sales. Retro is alive and kicking it this morning. She's everywhere she's not supposed to be. So she'll definitely be in today's video. But let's get into it. Let's talk about drop shippers. If you're not familiar with what a drop shipper is, it's someone who buys something like we do, kind of. They buy it underpriced, sell it at a profit on another website usually. For example, someone will purchase something on eBay for 20 bucks, sell it on Amazon for 50 bucks. Just like we do. So for the most part, my opinion of drop shippers, I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, they're making an extra $80 or $100. I don't care. I like drop shippers. We get our money and what we're asking out of the products, and they make money too. So as far as I'm concerned, it is a win-win situation.
Make everybody rich.
We have a couple drop shippers that as soon as I post the higher end combo units, they snatch them up. They don't last usually an hour. And we get full asking price. I'm sure they make money on it too, which, that's fine by me, because like I said, I got what we wanted out of it. We made money. They made money. It's a win. So I don't want to, when I say that this drop shipper tried to shaft us, I don't want you to think that our opinion is we don't like them, because I do absolutely love drop shippers. I've sold to Rake and Profit. I've sold to Phoenix Resale, Caleb. So, I mean, I'm happy with drop shippers. Let's just leave it at that. This particular one, though, a couple weeks ago, not going to point them out. They're not famous that I know of, but they do have a lot of sales. They bought a Blue Line VCR off of us back in the beginning of January. And then the end of January, they put in a return request. And it was a definite drop shipper. It was the typical, if you're not familiar with it, they always leave a note in the buyer messages is, please don't send an invoice, pack properly, all that stuff. And it's never going to their address. It's going to whoever purchased it. And we always take good care of those guys, because like I said, they come back and buy more if you treat them right and you do good, have good service. So we sold this. I'm going to sit down here. Sold this VCR. It worked fine. We shipped it off, and then day 30, we get a return request. And the request is simply stopped working. So, I accepted the return. It took them about... They were almost at the deadline, and they shipped it back. When we got it in, the first thing I noticed, it was shipped in I call them, it's a lot of the boxes come from India. They're not corrugated cardboard. They're just a thin paper cardboard box. And this box was marked pillows. And they had taken the VCR and just wrapped it in some, craft paper, some brown paper, stuffed it in a box, and sent it to us. The very first thing I do when I get electronics back is I check the serial number. Our serial number on everything we sell, from video games to combo units, is always in one of the eBay pictures. Always. And the first thing I notice when I pull this VCR out is, one, it's beat all to heck. And I would have never sold anything like that. At least not for, I might have sold it for parts, but I would never sell one that looked like this for a customer. I noticed that it's beat all up. I turn it around, I go to compare the serial numbers, and it's not same model, but built in a different country, different serial number. So I was very polite about it. I sent the buyer a message, which I knew they probably had no clue what I got shipped back to me. Because, again, they didn't ship it to me. It came from somewhere else. So I sent the buyer a message that said something along the lines of, you know what, let's hold that thought, and I'll go find the message and read it, because I don't want to get it wrong what I said. Okay, so apparently maybe that buyer's blocked me because the message is no longer in my eBay system. But anyway, I sent a really polite message that said, hey, I believe you've made a mistake. This VCR is not the one that we sent. If you look on picture 4 of the item description, here's a picture of the serial number and everything, the tag, and here's a picture of the VCR you sent. Please, let me know how you want to proceed. Which, again, I knew this buyer had no clue what got sent back to me, because he didn't send it. So I didn't want to be like, hey, your customer sent back is trying to shaft me. So that's what I sent to the customer, and I file. When you do that on the return claim, it automatically opens a case, because I messaged back that there was a problem with the return. So that's what I sent, and then about 10 to 12 minutes later, I get an email from eBay saying, this case is now closed. We reviewed the case and decided to issue the buyer a full refund. We understand that you received your item in a different condition than when you shipped it, but unfortunately we couldn't determine that this was caused by the buyer, really, or that this was something in the buyer's control. Of course not, because it was a customer of theirs that sent it. And a refund of basically $50 was issued to the buyer. So 12 minutes that took to get, and I very seldom get aggravated, but
mad as I was, and I was hopping mad.
But I'd already been aggravated over a couple of the negative feedbacks that I'd received about how long the postage was taking. So I called eBay. The lady that I talked to was absolutely super polite. She said, well, she was reviewing my call that I had made earlier. And I said, I haven't called about this. So apparently, as soon as that buyer was notified that I'd opened a case, he had called eBay. And I guess through a fit, they give him his money. So she admitted that was wrong, that these reviews are supposed to take 5 days, 5-day time frame for them to make these reviews. And they decided in 12 minutes. She said that was a mistake. And she sent me an affidavit. Basically, print this out, fill it out, and then upload it with any evidence or anything, pictures that we want to show eBay about this case that might get them to change their mind. So I unloaded. I started looking at the box, and there was actually the drop shipper's tag was underneath the return tag. It had his Amazon store and everything on it. So I was able to peel off the return tag, keeping his tag intact. I took pictures of that. I went to his Amazon store and took pictures of the VCR and DVD combos that he had listed on there for sale. Sorry about the truck you just heard, if you heard it. I took pictures of those. I took pictures again of the serial numbers of the item that I got, how it was shipped to me. I took all that. I think I uploaded like 9 or 10 pictures. I think I maxed it out. I used the whole 1,000 words to describe what had happened and sent that in. And I was ticked still over all of this. So a couple hours went by and got an email that they had sided with us. They had reversed the appeal. They had refunded us our $50 back.
I knew it!
Okay, so his eBay store isn't available. I checked under a few different accounts that we have, and there's no store anymore. So I hate that I might have got him kicked off eBay, but at the same time, that's not how you run business. So long story short, we did get our money back, but how do you guys feel about drop shippers? Like I said in the beginning, I still love them. This one guy didn't change my mind. But how do you feel? Have you ever had any bad run-ins with drop shippers? You ever had a case go bad? Like I said, we've always had great communication and great outcomes with them. Sold a lot of, DVD, VCR combos, video game consoles.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of people are like, they're selling your stuff as refurbished because you do such a good job of cleaning it up and fixing it. They make more money. That's okay because, I pick up a system, $5-10, spend some elbow grease on it, and, I work on them when I can, when I feel like it, and I make more than what I think is profitable for us. So I'm happy. I'm happy that they're using my systems. Speaking of working on systems, I got a new toy I want to show you guys. I got this a couple weeks ago. Haven't been able to use it because I've been under the weather, but take a gander at this. Yeah. Now I can see the boards I'm working on. Excuse my mess, but man, that thing is...
I'm speechless.
I love it. Maybe I'll do a product review on it after I've had it a month or two and got some use to it. Some other great news. We did get the Echo Pro back. It is running like a top, and I have missed it. Got a bunch of games listed and sold after we got it back in. So that's been going on around the shop. This guy does not need a shout out, but I was watching his video and he's still on the screen. So let's, Harry Tornado. Y'all like Harry Tornado? I do. Let me tell you a story about Harry Tornado. I guess you could say I wasn't a fan of his. I felt like his videos weren't real, and I don't know. I wasn't a fan, I guess you could say. I watched his videos, but it was one of those I'd watch them when they came through the playthrough. Last summer, we went to see the ocean out in Savannah. I wanted to see the ocean. I never had, and I wanted to get it off my bucket list. So we went out, we saw the ocean, and we were like, it was Saturday. We wanted to find something to do, and it was like, hey, let's drive up to Columbia. I want to go to this flea market that he's always at, see if we could pick up some deals, and just see how real it is, because he's always buying a lot of great stuff there. Let's see how it is, and just spend the day at the flea market. So we did. We went up, stayed the night, got up that morning, went to the flea market. I'm going to tell you, the flea market that he goes to there, amazing. We filled the back of our rental car truck SUV with some stuff. Shoes are cheap there, of course, because of Nike and where it's located. But we filled the truck up. I'm roaming around. Amy is sick. Is really hot, and she'd been, vomiting. Her stomach was upset. She went and sat in the car a little bit to cool off. Crystal and I were walking around, seeing what else we missed, because that's how it was. You go through it once, you miss stuff. You go back again, you miss stuff. So we were going back through, and lo and behold, I walk up to a table and I look across, and there's Josh, Harry Tornado. And I really wish I'd thought about it, because I probably ruined his video. He was recording, but I didn't think about it. And I just, I said, Josh? And he immediately stopped what he was doing, put out his hand to shake my hand, asked, my name. He said he remembered my YouTube name, The Carter's Retro Quest. I really doubt he did. I'm sure that was just him being polite, but we talked for a little bit. He was genuine. He told me about the flea market, about some other stuff in town, where to find the deals. I was, my attitude and my thoughts about him were completely wrong. And he was very genuine, very down to earth, polite. I can't say enough nice stuff about him. He was super nice. So I'm going to give him a shout out. If you guys I love the way he does stuff. Sometimes they just go to the bins and, that's their video. He does, like his house flipper videos and stuff. So it's a little bit different than just your typical reselling videos, but they're pretty cool. I enjoy them. Amy enjoys them. And I love Moe's, their new goods inspector. We're animal lovers. So if you're bored, go check out Harry Tornado. Sorry, roaming around the shop here. I want to show you something else. Our mail lady, Kelsey, I've mentioned her before. She's a lady that we got some stuff out of her garage. But she messaged me the other day and said, hey, the post office is throwing away all these boxes that were in the basement. They said I could give them to you instead of recycling them. So she got all these boxes for free, and brought them by the house, dropped them off, and a bunch of these rolls of tape that they weren't using anymore, they were just going to throw away. Love that woman. She is awesome. Kelsey, you rock. You save us a lot of money. You help us make money, and you help us keep stuff out of the landfill. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. While I'm giving shout outs, I've already done Harry Tornado, I know, but are you guys familiar with Cool Kevin? Ben, Rocky Top Picker. If you're not watching him, you should. He's also a member of a podcast. We'll talk about that show later at another time, but Rocky Top Picker on YouTube. He's funny. He's educational. He seems like he's really legit and down to earth. I feel like he's one of those real resellers. I shouldn't use that term because that will set some people off. But when I say real resellers, I mean, he's down to earth and legit. I don't mean he's not selling stuff or whatever. Don't flip out, Kevin, Commonwealth Picker. It's not what I mean. You know what I mean. So, not a lot to talk about in resale business for us right now, because we've not had a ton of sales to talk about. Not enough to make a video out of anyway, especially cool ones. So we're going to cut it off here. Again, drop shippers, tell me what you guys think about drop shippers. Should they be allowed to do that? Whatever. I've already spoke my opinion, so you're not going to hurt my feelings anyway. But tell me what you feel about drop shippers. Leave a comment down below. I got this important message to show y'all before we go. Forgot about this. But please like and subscribe. And yeah, sugars, I love you more. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Everybody that watches this video, I love you. And I'll see you next time.